From 24 to 13. Guys, this episode was brutal. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Voice. It was so brutal, but let's get into it. Tonight we're covering season 16, episodes 16 and 7. We're just rolling right through on our way to the finale on the 21st. But right here I have Miss Neema who's with me today.
Hello guys.
Hey, so our other ladies are out today.
They are.
Tyra's
and
sick.
We're sad.
I know, Tyra's sick, and then Lindsay will be back next week.
Yes.
But for today, you have both of us. We're here hanging out with you. But yeah, guys, I'm your moderator, Princess. Forgot to announce my own name. And yeah, so tonight we're going to talk about who went home, all of their performances. We'll get into some predictions and our special segment, Where Are They Now? Yeah, but Neema, what was your overall thoughts of this episode?
Oh my God, I was literally on the edge of my seat from beginning to end. My overall thoughts was I didn't really agree with what America thought. I was so sad to see some people eliminated. But at the same time, I have to say that I love the performances. I feel like everybody did a great job. Some people blew me out of the sky. And I think that everybody was very, very well-rounded. I think that this is actually a round that we get a chance to actually see all of the contestants really show forth like their true talent. So I think that everybody's really, really good. I don't think that, there's one person that, may be better, in voice or performance. I just feel like all around, everybody's really, really good. So I feel like it was really, really hard to kind of choose.
Yeah, I feel like at this point in the competition, it's about preference, because everyone can sing, everyone's amazing. We're down to the final 13, and it's like, how do you choose between greatness? It just comes down to preference. But I think when they announced it last night, we're going from 24 to 13, it didn't really sink in until we watched it happen.
Right.
That's what
because we
like,
knew in our mind, I feel like we knew in our mind exactly who we wanted to win. But when it got down to the point of, wait a minute, so these are like the only people, it just kind of like put everything into perspective. I mean, first of all, I have to say I'm sad that Julian left. I know that was like last week, but I feel like, he was so great. And like just to see the difference with like the new contestants here. But again, at the end of the day, I remember, if I can quote right, it was either John or either Kelly. They pretty much told everybody, even before anyone was really eliminated, hey, all you guys are great, but it's literally going to come down to song choice and stage presence.
Yeah.
And I think that in this elimination round, that's exactly what we saw. That's who literally got cut, was the person who didn't really choose the best, song choice. So
I don't know. There are some people that I think had stellar performances and had good song choices too. But let's go ahead and get into those people. Yes. I wanted to start with Team Legend. I think he had some great performances.
Yes, we did.
My personal favorite was Jacob. I loved his performance. I got goosebumps, which I don't get often with the performers from this season.
There's a little crush too, maybe.
No, I got it last week. Like, it's just far and few between. I did like the slick back look, though. That was nice.
I feel like he looks like John. Every time I see Jacob, I'm like, he gives me John Mayer vibes, like all the way. I totally feel it. Even like whenever he opened up his performance, I feel like his tone was very great. It was very smooth, but and it wasn't overpowering. I think that he's a great singer, and I love how he flowed into it. And after he got to that certain point, he just moved with the crowd. That's what I have to say that I liked about Jacob. But to me, I feel like my favorite performance was Shine.
Well, we gotta get to it.
Well, no. And Team Legend. We're talking about Team Legend here.
I just wanted to Jacob. I was really upset that he went home. I felt like there was no fanfare. It was like, you're all gone. Goodbye. And I thought there would have been a little bit more between John and Jacob, especially after he almost went home last time. So hopefully they'll work together in the future on a separate project. I don't know.
Okay, we don't know. I mean, I feel like, some exposure is great exposure. So, I mean, I definitely feel like Jacob and John may end up working out in, in the future. Who knows? We got to stay tuned.
Yes, got to stay tuned. So let's go into Lisa, which is another surprise. That was unexpected too.
Yeah, Lisa, the thing that stole me away with her was really her performance. It was very powerful. I felt like she not only sung the song, but I felt like she performed it in a way that you literally felt exactly what she was saying. And she basically directed it. Of course, her voice is very amazing. I put in my notes that she reminds me of like a rocker, like a Macy Gray rocker.
I mean, that's her thing.
But I can definitely see her confidence, like from the beginning, coming from the point of having to come back on the show. I mean, she's definitely focused, and like her aim was to win. So again, I think she did a great job.
Yeah, and I loved her boots, her thigh-high
I
boots.
loved everything. Like I loved her whole outfit. Her makeup, her hair. I mean, shout out to the makeup and the wardrobe team on The Voice. You guys are killing the game.
The whole shebang.
Yes.
Man, and Jimmy did good too. Good.
Oh my God.
English. Yeah,
Jimmy is.
I love him. He's so cute.
He's super cute to me too. Like I was just like, he's cute. Okay, but his performance. No, first of all, his performance I think was totally great. I noticed that he did have some pitch problems. However, he just pushed straight through it, and I feel like his performance was so much greater than like the issues that he had on stage that it totally like didn't even. I wasn't even thinking about the pitch problems. I was just literally thinking about how. Jimmy always, to me, he seems like he takes certain songs that are very different from like his normal range, and he really pushes himself. And I could always see that whenever he's on stage, which probably why he has those pitch problems. But I just love the fact that I think that he's a great singer.
Yeah, I think I see the progression from the auditions, and
Absolutely.
even from when he was part of, because I believe he was on Team Adam originally.
He was,
and I see the progression from when he was on Team Adam to when he, joined Team Legend.
Right.
And I think that. Too bad that he couldn't go further, but I think that John, no shade to Adam, but I think John may have been a better coach for him, because this to me brought
out his voice in a different way.
Right. I think this was his best performance yet. It was such a good song choice, which makes all the difference.
And he is also a Berkeley student, and I don't know. Berkeley does produce some of like the best people in the industry, which my personal opinion.
I don't know.
But yes, so yeah, I have to say, hands down, Jimmy was the bomb to me.
And he's so cute that he's going
He
home.
is so handsome. Oh my gosh, we got to keep up with him on social media.
I know. I'm gonna like some photos
for sure.
Next, we have Maelyn, who was saved by the rest of the country.
I love Maelyn. I love her voice. I love her stage presence. I think that she's a great artist and a great performer. I think that we kind of talked about it before the show, but I think that she really reminds us of Celine Dion. But I don't know. Like, her performance was great, but I wanted her to do more. But again, I mean, I feel like she's a true vocalist, so her thing is more to move with her voice than it is with the crowd.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. I think she obviously everyone on the show, and especially at this point, everyone can sing really well.
Absolutely.
But I wasn't wowed with her performance. I think there are so many other people on John's team that I was surprised wasn't chosen. This one, I was like, this is who we chose.
Right.
How did this happen?
Listen, this is America's choice. This is not the judges' choices. So, we have to go with whatever America feels.
That's true.
Again, at the end of the day, we are a very democratic society. So we have to go with the popular vote.
It'd be interesting to see who came in second and how close it was. Like, I just wonder if it was close at all. I don't know, but at the end of it, and what seemed like a very last-minute decision for the judges to do, so each judge ended up choosing one person from the remaining people on their teams. It was very weird, and it felt very... Even Kelly was like, I'm surprised this happened. She didn't say I'm surprised, but she was like, I didn't know this was going to happen.
Right.
So from John's team, he chose to save Celia.
Right.
So from his team, the only two that are going forward are Celia and Maelyn. How do you feel about that?
No, Celia, Maelyn, and Sean.
Sean was... Oh, yes, Sean. Yeah. Yes, Sean.
Please don't forget my Sean, y'all.
Yes, girl,
the fact that he's from Texas is
Sean,
number one. But,
yes.
okay, number two, he's very, very talented. That's number one and number two. But, yes.
Yes.
But Celia. She did a great job. She was very, very fierce. I love her voice. She reminds me so much of Alanis Morissette, and I feel like she's probably. I don't want to necessarily say she's the next Alanis Morissette, but I definitely want to say that she's the next person to give us something from that Alanis Morissette genre. So I can definitely see the reason why he chose Celia, because she's just marked differently.
She did.
So,
she was very confident.
She's great. She's very powerful.
Good for you, girl. But last but not least,
oh, come on.
take us into Sean's performance.
Sean,
tell us about it.
First of all, he sung Stevie Wonder, right? So a Stevie Wonder song, hands down, is always like a powerful.
And not everyone can do that. You're
always connecting, right? But not the fact that he started off very jazzy and he put his own twist. Every time Sean gets on the stage, there's this confidence that he's like, I'm a winner. I know I'm going to win. And that's why I personally feel like, Sean is probably going to take us home. But he just never ceased to fail me. Like, every time he performs, his performance always blows everyone away. And I think that's the reason why he was definitely selected.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did an amazing job.
I have a random question. Did he always have this much of a goatee?
I don't.
It's not a soul patch, whatever that is.
Did you call it a soul patch?
It's not a soul patch, whatever it is.
I love it. So the soul patch, which I thought it was called the Beard Gang. Hey, whatever.
It was very strategically.
I really don't know, but as we see the contestants go forward, their style starts to come out a lot more.
That's true.
I have to say that. So I don't know. Maybe that's just his swag.
I'm gonna bring up another change later that I thought was like, I like it. It's different.
Yes. The fashion was off the chain, especially Kelly. I was like, oh my God, she was looking like a superstar sitting in that seat.
After the balloon ball tragedy.
Oh my God, I know.
I mean, all right, well, we already talked about that outfit. I didn't think it was awful, but it just wasn't flattering.
Her outfits now, maybe, I mean, I don't know if the fans maybe like roared enough about her outfits, but now she is on point.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's ever going to happen again, because like Monday and then like today, she was amazing.
Yeah. Let's never let that happen ever again. But next up, Team Blake. He had the most going in and he had the most staying in.
Listen, I have to say, I think that The Voice really loves Blake.
I mean, he's won the most. He
has for sure. His team is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very versed.
Yeah, it's interesting to see again who America saved. There are a lot of people in the same genre. So the first one I wanted to talk about was someone that we both felt was just, his performance was underwhelming, was Geith.
Yeah. Geith is a great singer. I just, from a performance perspective, he didn't really steal me away.
Yeah.
When he opened up, and I was very, no offense, I think that Geith is amazing. I was just very, because again, I think that at this point, it's all about performances. Geith is very, very talented, but in terms of his performance, it didn't blow me away. Yeah. And I was so shocked to see that they actually saved him. But again, we don't know the reason why America is choosing. It'll be kind of interesting to see how
did it break down?
How does that normally break down for them to choose who actually wins the round? But again, he did a great job, singing, but it just wasn't a blow away for me.
It's so much is up to preference.
Yeah.
Another person that didn't make the cut was Kendra, and I think that she, and I feel like this has happened with her a couple times, was a victim of song choice. That song was just, it didn't showcase her skills. Yeah. The music competed with her voice, which I think is hard because her voice is so powerful.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that song choice, man.
Song choices can definitely kill you sometimes. Yeah, and I think that was just probably like one thing with her. Again, great singer, but song choice and performance is what it is.
Yeah, I hope that, and I'm sure she will grow. It's just, I feel for her in that I feel like she's always been on the chopping block.
Yeah.
Like from the get-go. So I'm excited to see how she grows and what she takes from being on The Voice and how she's just going to go from here as a performer. Yeah.
I think that all of the contestants are pretty much in a position to be like winning, because you get a chance to get so much exposure, and from there, like because you have that experience of being on a show like The Voice, it's like you have so much potential that you can be able to grow from there.
Yes.
So,
yeah. One performance that I did enjoy, and this person was saved by America, and I actually agreed with this one, was Carter.
Is this from Team Blake?
Yeah, we're still in Team Blake.
Yes, Carter. Yes,
with
Carter
his
was
little
great.
red bandana. It was so cute.
Yes. Personality. You know, performing is a great thing, but I think it's even better like when, you know, artists get on stage and they put like the little pizzazz with their you know, performance. I know we haven't talked about Olive yet, but I have to say that her performance out of the whole Team Blake,
she should have been saved automatically.
She first of all, she put personality into her performance, right?
She always does.
She always does. Like, she has her own style, but I think this time she took it a notch up because we weren't just looking at the fact of her being a great singer and her choosing a very jazzy style with her voice, but we saw that she was in character with the song that she was singing, which I thought that was really, really a great choice for her to choose because she really captured and captivated us with that.
She sang the cafe song.
Yes,
that's the song I hear in cafes all the time.
And she started off with her braid in her hand. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, that's super cute.
I didn't really care for that, but to his own.
I care for that because the devil is in the details. It's all about the subtleties, right?
You're right. I just didn't care for that subtlety. That's all.
It's all good. I loved it.
Another person I wanted to bring up was Selkie. So she sang Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. I love that song.
Me too.
But I was not feeling her rendition of it.
I liked her rendition of it. It's just her energy wasn't there for me.
I think that's it because that song
That's the only thing it was. I felt like her voice was great, but her energy just stayed still. And so when you don't give any energy, that's just kind of like what happens with your performance.
And especially, when you're performing the song by the Goo Goo Dolls, you got to take it to that next
it's
level.
just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Another person that was saved was Andrew, and I feel like this is completely expected.
You know what? I love Andrew because Andrew is such a true person. Like, every time he gets up there and he sings, I literally feel everything that he's saying. And I feel like there's always a story behind Andrew, and I feel like he has so much passion and so much intent whenever he sings the song that it's so hard for you not to be moved. I always find myself like just listening to what he's saying and just really getting engulfed of like the whole song. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Like, whatever he's singing, I'm like tuned in 100% from beginning to end. So
it's good.
I can totally understand the reason why like they saved him. I think he's a star.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't surprising at all.
Right.
The other two that were saved were Kim and Dexter. So Kim, I loved her version of Waterfalls. I'm still not a fan of the rapping. It's just, I'm not converted.
Listen, you don't have to be converted. Sometimes people have to prove themselves. But again, anybody that can rap and sing to me is bomb. Like, you can do two at the same time.
I mean,
she's great. Again. And
Calvin did it well last week. Or not last week, the week before.
Calvin is
another.
He's just amazing.
In his own class. Okay.
Yes, he is. He's in his own class. But just to get back to focus mode. Sorry, guys. Yes, so we're talking about... I forgot.
We're talking about Kim.
I'm sorry, y'all.
The same Waterfalls.
Kim did a great job. I really, really like Kim. It's just, again, it goes down to energy for me. And it just wasn't there for me.
Well, America liked it, so they put a ring on it and saved her.
I know, they literally put a ring on it. So they saved Andrew, they saved Kim.
They saved Dexter. And
Dexter.
Geif.
I love Dexter. I remember his story that he talked about how he was really, really ill. He didn't think that he was ever going to sing again. And I think that I've noticed from beginning to end, he's always stayed 100% focused, and he's always been in tune. Like, he's literally eating everything that like Blake and all of the coaches have been giving him. And I think that that's probably why he's gotten so far. And I think that he's only going to get better. So I'm actually happy with Dexter being on.
Yeah, that wasn't surprising either. I agree
Not at all.
with that one.
For sure.
Speaking of agreeing, we hope you guys agree with us. But if you don't, either way, we love you regardless.
Yes.
But, Neema, you got a message for the world.
I have a message. You know what my message
share
is?
It? Yes.
We would like to thank you guys for allowing us to be the ESPN of TV Talk. We could use your help right now. You know how we could do that? We need you, if you're on YouTube, to please give us a thumbs up, and not just that, subscribe. Or if you're on iTunes, please give us a 5-star rating. But no matter what you do, please leave us a comment, because your comments is what keeps us here. Here at the AfterBuzz TV show, we love your support, and we want you guys to continue to keep supporting us by giving us the comments, subscribing, letting us know how we're doing, and please share with all your family members and your friends, and watch all of our shows on the platform.
Thank you, lady.
You're welcome.
All right, moving on to Team Kelly, who's, again, outfit we love tonight, in the color.
Oh my gosh,
amazing.
the hair.
Pretty.
Hair, earrings.
All of it.
Makeup.
So on Team Kelly, America saved Rod Stokes, which, again, I wasn't surprised at all about that one.
Listen, Rod's performance, the performance that he did yesterday, I have to say, it was one of my favorite performances that he's done.
He was really good.
Out of all performances. Like, I feel like we really got a chance to see Rod perform in a different way than the way that he's performed before. And then again, I think that now this is a platform that they're able to really show their artistry. And I think that Rod did a great job. I was stuck. I watched the performance all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did great.
He did. I mean, I've been Team Rod from the get-go. I'm a big fan of him. And another person I wanted to bring up, too, was Matthew singing John's song, Ordinary People.
I thought he was so brave to do that. He did a great job. True. Yeah, I was like, okay. And then I could even tell John was actually enjoying him singing the song. He's like, man, you did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
sure. When you hear that from the original artist, you're like, I got this.
You want the original artist to love, and he liked it.
And he brought out the falsetto at the end.
He did. I liked
really
it. Because, you know, like, John has his own way of singing, and he just took the song and made it his own.
And that's what you're supposed to do. That's what Kelly told her team to do. It's just to do you and not worry about comparing yourself to other people in the competition, which is really smart. A person I know you want to talk about, because she went home.
I know.
Presley,
oh my God, her
16
performance.
16 years old. They kept saying that, but Presley.
I'm going to be honest with you. I feel the reason why Kelly did not say Presley is because she's 16 years old. Not because she's talented, not because she didn't do a good job. It's just the fact that she still has so much more to grow. And I think that at this time, being 16 and winning this, you know, it may not be the best, and I don't want to sound like a hater, but it may not necessarily be the best thing for her. Because she still has more room to grow. So this is only going to be like a stepping stone for her. But again, Presley killed the performance.
She did.
Her stage presence, her voice, everything. Like, every time she's sung from the beginning, like, she's blown me away. But again, like I said before, I think that Kelly didn't choose her because of her age. I'm just being honest.
Dear Kelly, please let us know.
Yes, let us know, Kelly.
One of my favorites, and she's become my favorite recently, is Rebecca. She is near perfect every time. She has great showmanship. Her voice is so clear. She's not. Sometimes we deal with control issues on the show. Her voice is always she's always in control.
Right.
I was surprised that she was let go too, but I think that she's at a point where she could really go off on her own and do really well.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, going back to John's team, I think when he thought about even Jacob, like, I feel like there's certain people that, you know, they don't. Not to say that anyone doesn't need this, but some people, they got this. They're going to be fine, you know. So I thought it was an amazing performance. She really interacted with the crowd well. Rebecca, I'm so sad.
I know. We were sad about, I feel like we were sad about a lot of them.
Yeah, and it was so like, you're going home. That's it. Goodbye.
Like, bye.
Thanks for your time.
Out of here.
But Kelly ended up, so her choice on who to save from her team was Jedge. I thought that she was going to choose Jedge. Like, we were sitting at the table, and that's what I was like.
I thought that she was going to choose Presley, but again, she had some great people, but I think that, again, she wanted to know who was good for the competition. And I think that she made a great choice, because Jedge is a great person. And again, like I said before, we don't understand the reason why they actually choose them, because they're the coaches. So, like, they're actually watching them and helping develop. And the major thing that she said is that Jedge is someone who every time she gives him a note, he always takes it home and he just makes it better. So at the end of the day, you know, you want to make sure you have somebody on your team that can take notes, and then they could take those notes and then just implement and make it even better. You know, that's just in any field, but I think that, you know, that's the reason why, again, she chose him, and I think that he's a star as well. Yeah. He's great, for sure.
It's good to be coachable. Yeah. I will say, I want to hear something different from him. I feel like I'm hearing that same type of song.
I'm going to be honest with you. I love the fact that Kelly did choose, how do you pronounce his name?
Jedge.
I just want to make sure I say his name right. Jedge. However, I have to say that I did not really... Honestly, I wasn't floored away by his performance. Again, he's a great singer. But his energy, I felt like he was over-singing. I felt like he got lost in his voice. You know, because he was doing so many runs, and I felt like he was really giving us his voice, but he wasn't giving us his energy, and he wasn't giving us the song. I feel like he got lost somewhere. Again, he has a great voice, but I think that those were some of the key things that kind of like made me feel like, I don't really know.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
I hope that Kelly really pushes him out of his comfort zone, because right now the songs that he's been singing, I think he's comfortable, which, you know, that's a strategy.
Right.
But you want to grow as a performer, and I know that if I'm sick of hearing that specific type of song, and I love Jedge.
Oh my gosh, she said sick of hearing it.
But I want to hear something different. He has such
for sure.
Great range. Like, he can do more. Let him do more. You know, take that risk. So we'll see what happens in the rest of the competition. But again, from
that first performance, like on Monday that he did with LB, the Bruno Mars.
Oh, Versace
amazing.
On the floor. I mean, he's great.
He did a great job, but I don't know. You know what? I think it was probably the song choice. It was the song choice for me, because I wasn't, I'm like, why did they choose that, or why did he choose that song? I didn't like that song.
I want to hear something else. Yeah. Kelly, if you're listening, please lead him to do something else.
You know, give us a different song. Like, we know that you're talented and you can definitely sing, but we just want to hear something different.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm on the same team. From Team Kelly, Rod Stokes was saved, and she chose to save Jedge.
Yes.
And then moving right along to Team Adam, they were struggling this round. It was there were so few of them. But Dominic, I loved his performance. It was giving me like the male Macy Gray.
Yeah, for sure.
His voice, it seemed like it would be harsh, but it was, I don't know how to describe it. It was very soft.
It was.
Even though it still had that raspiness to it. The best thing I can say is it just reminded me of a male Macy Gray.
Same here. I think Dominic has a smoothness about himself, and I think that he's so confident in his ability to sing that I think that the way that he takes a song, he always makes, I feel like he's like rapping to a girl and he's like, listen, I just want you to know how I really feel. Like every time he sings, I feel like he's always trying to like serenade us. And he does a great job. So let's just say that.
Well, Adam picked Mari. That was his personal pick.
I knew it.
She's so good.
Mari, her voice is just so amazing. And she's just incredible.
Yeah.
I really love her voice, I have to say. Of course, like the energy's there. Like she has that spunk and that style. But more than that, I think that her voice just continues to just grow to different levels for me.
You know what? I'll get into it later, but I have some thoughts.
Okay.
But yeah, I loved her song choice, her outfit,
Beyonce.
the natural
Oh my God,
hair.
I knew it. I was wondering, when is she going to sing a Beyonce song? I just wanted to know.
You got your wish.
Yes, and she did it. She did a great job. I mean, she gave me all Austin Powers. Like I literally went back to the movie. Like, wait a minute, I remember when Beyonce played Foxy Cleopatra Brown.
Shout out to the wardrobe and makeup team once
again, killing it.
And then from Team Adam, that was it. No one else was picked. I
know.
Calvin's performance, someone else who went home too early. Calvin, let's just talk about him real quick.
Calvin has this swag that he brings to his music, that he brings to his performance. And as he got deeper and deep, I think that after he won that round with Julian, because I'm gonna tell you guys, I think that Julian won. I'm just hands down. You know, I love Calvin, but Julian did an amazing job singing Adele. Like, he took it there. Like, he gave me emotion. He gave me power. He gave me feeling. Like, I could tell that he worked so hard. You know what I mean?
That. I was Team Calvin, but yes,
and not
you
to
could
say
tell
that
That's
Calvin
fair.
didn't do it.
Yeah.
Calvin did a great job. But, oh my God, like, I just got so lost in his performance. But again, I think that after he won with Julian, I think that it gave him confidence to be himself. And then from there, then, you know, he started to put his rap into the music. And I think that as we continue to see him go forward in this competition, we're going to really see like the layers of his talent. I think that he's going to bring it out. And then maybe him and Kim may have a little, you know, battle, you know, who knows? Because you know Kim raps too, from Team Blake.
Well, Calvin's gone now.
That's right. I forgot.
He didn't make it.
You know what? I totally forgot.
It's another
he
one that
didn't.
went home too soon.
It was Mari. Mari won. Y'all, I completely forgot.
It's okay.
You're right.
There's a
So
lot
we're
of
not
people
gonna see
that went
that
home,
anymore.
y'all. It was a lot. It was brutal out there.
So now Kim has to be like the ringleader when it comes to like rapping and singing.
Yes, she does. The comeback stage.
You don't sound so.
Let's go to the comeback
She doesn't sound
stage.
so confident about that, but it's okay.
Yeah. I love her voice, though. She's great. So, comeback stage, we had Kennard, who didn't get any chair turns during the auditions, and I thought that was a travesty, but I understood. He went up against LB.
First of all, he went up against LB. So
I know. As soon as I found out he was going against LB, I was like,
and let's just say, first of all, Wade in the Water, the way that he sung, because he's I don't know who song that was. Was it the original Wade in the Water?
Spiritual.
No, because he said something about a lady in a red dress, and I was like,
I think he added some stuff to it.
He definitely did, and I was just like, okay, I know Wade in the Water. I've never remembered a lady in a red dress being mentioned in the song.
It up a little bit.
He definitely did, which I thought was a great choice. Again, but you know, whatever, you know, he didn't, but the comeback kid came back.
He did.
The fact that Kennard went against LB, I just said to myself, I'm so sorry, Kennard. Because I just knew that LB was going to I knew he was going to take it home. I just knew his voice, his stage presence, his energy, his intention, like everything about LB is off the chain, to me.
Yeah, but I just want to say to Kennard, I thought you did phenomenal.
Yes, he did.
You had a great showing. Please do not give up. You came back. You sung twice to the judges. You sung twice for the rest of the world. Like, please continue to do your thing. You did a phenomenal job, and I'm a fan already.
Yes, me too. I like Kennard.
Shout out to Kennard for even going through that, because that's really tough. But LB ended up choosing Team Adam, so he's back on Team Adam.
I just love me a loyal man, right? Because he was like, listen, he was like, I always wanted to work with you, John, but my team is not doing so good, so I have to stay committed. Like this, that shows so much character about, and that's the reason why he's back on the stage. It's like there's so much more I feel like that goes into, you know, a person just being talented. I feel like when a person has talent and character, it takes them to so many different levels, you know?
That's true.
So I have to say, LB going back to Team Adam, I'm all down for
We're
it.
excited. It's part of the top 13.
Yes. But I have to say, I did see Adam kind of shade John. He's like, yeah, he came back to my team.
I mean, that's part of the judge banter.
Of course, it's like judge banter, but I thought it was super cute. And John was like, all right, bro, you good.
Yeah, I want to see if John will come back. He was definitely like, man, I didn't know it was going to be this hard to be a judge. I'm sure he will, but I can't imagine what it's like to be in that situation and to be thrown into it. Like Kelly was saying, to have to choose one person from these 5 people that are looking your face so sad. I don't know how they did it, but we have our top 13.
We do.
We whittled it down, y'all. So, but yeah, so that's tonight's episode. Let's move on to our special segment.
Our special segment, guys. Oh my God.
Where are they now?
So, the beautiful, the lovely, the winner of season 13, Cassadee Pope. Oh my God, she is absolutely amazing. First of all, again, talking about season 13, she won and she was on Team Blake. She was the first female to win on the show. Not to mention, after she left the show, she released a few projects and even making top 10 on the Billboard charts and debuted #1 on the top country charts as well. Now, with all the success that she had and she gained, she decided to part ways with her record label, and she released her new independent single actually last year in March. And then she just released her second album in February of this year, titled Stages, and she's scheduled to go on tour in May, and she's going to start her first tour date in Evansville, Indiana. So I have to say, shout out to Cassadee Pope. You are killing the game. You're doing it. I mean, she left The Voice and she literally went to star levels and even beyond. I mean, first of all, let's talk about how she actually left her own record company. I think that's a big thing. Like, whenever an artist decides to go independent, because I feel like that's something that a lot of artists are doing, she's basically kind of branded herself. Yeah. So, hey, guys, watch out for Cassadee Pope. She's killing the game and she's doing great things. So, congratulations to her.
Yeah, I remember watching her on her season of The Voice, and to be able to make an active decision, you weren't forced out, you weren't let go by the label, but you chose to walk away. Yes. She was strong during her season of the show, and I'm happy to see that continues. She continues to own her own journey and make decisions for herself, and that's so empowering for us as women and just artists in general to see that. So kudos to Cassadee.
Kudos to Cassadee Pope.
Cassadee
Maybe because
Pope.
Her name is Pope. Her last name is Pope. I don't know. Whatever.
Yep. All right. Last but not least, we have predictions.
Yes.
This is what I was going to say earlier.
Predictions.
I think there's a dark horse in the competition.
Not a dark horse.
I know, but that's just like the saying, right? The dark horse.
I know. I actually like white horses, but that doesn't matter.
I do too. But just for the sake of conversation, the dark horse, the one that I think may be underestimated or may just kind of come up and take it, Mari.
Listen, I love Mari. Mari's great, but I really feel like Mari is going to go far for sure. But I love Sean. Like, I have to stick with my Sean. Like, Sean is so great. And again, it's crazy. You got Sean, you got Mari, you got Olive, you got Dexter, you got Andrew,
Jedge.
You got Maelyn, Jedge. My prediction is I think that Sean is going to go so far to the top.
Who do you think is going to go home next?
Who do I think is going to go home next? Kim.
I think it's between Kim and Maelyn.
Yeah. Me too. Between Kim and Maelyn, I want to see how this performance is going to go.
We forgot about Geith. You don't want to include Geith yet? Too early? Okay, maybe not. Okay, never mind.
Rude.
I take that back.
Like, we don't know. Like, of course, this is a prediction. So
right.
Again, I love Kim, but I don't know. I feel like this is so uncomfortable to say it's going to go home. I mean, I feel like a judge now. I don't know who's going to go home. I actually want everybody to win, but I don't know. I can't say.
I would personally, I personally would let Geith go home first because the last few performances I just haven't been wowed.
I know. He's just not, the energy's not there for me.
But country does so well.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yes, I agree with you. Between Kim and Maelyn, I
feel like it's going to be a tie between Andrew, Dexter, Mari, and Sean.
We'll see.
Let's just see if my prediction is right.
We'll see.
Actually, we want to know what you guys' predictions are. So please leave us comments, and if you guys comment, we may mention it on next week's show.
Yeah, we'll see who wins. It's the 21st, so it's coming up. But with that being said, that's our show for tonight, guys.
Oh, we have to leave. I had so much fun today.
I know. Where can we find you on all the social medias?
You can find me at Neema Skye, NeemaSkye, on all social media platforms.
Cool. You guys can find me on Instagram at Princess Carroll TV and also Facebook, Princess Carroll TV. It's Carroll with 2 R's and 2 L's. Thank you guys so much. I'm Princess. This is Neema. See you guys next week. We'll have all 4 of us. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.